Hey YouTube, I thought I'd do a video on a review of the 19-foot work and play by Forest Rivers in 2019. I've had it about 6 weeks, and some things that are good and some things that could use some improvement. So thanks. First thing that could use some definite improvement is the way the gas fill for the gas tank is. The nozzle, when you put it in, hits a partial blockage and doesn't want to pump very effectively. So it takes quite a while to fill the tank. The next thing is, with the deck down, that cable was improperly adjusted, so I had to do the adjustment myself. Not a big deal, just from a dealership I would have thought that that would have been done prior to delivery. Without a doubt, the biggest issue I've had so far was with the steps. The problem with the steps was they were improperly installed at the factory. With the steps folded up, you can see the threshold here. I had to physically cut that edge away. Then I had to unscrew the mounting plates, move it 1/4 of an inch, and re-screw down the mounting plates to get the steps to set properly. The problem was, when the door was closed and the steps were down, the door would bind and twist. So definitely an improper installation at the factory. One of the really nice amenities is the electric awning. It works well and was quite enjoyable when I was camping. The interior biggest problem I found is right in that corner of the shower. Water leaks through and runs along the back edge behind the toilet, so I need to caulk that. But other than that, the shower works well. The toilet seems to work fine as well. Sorry I haven't made the full bed, but the full bed is functional. However, if you got a bad back, I highly suggest putting either a memory foam or an air mattress over top of it or under it. It is quite hard. The rear refrigerator works surprisingly well, both on electric and on gas. It got plenty cold when I was camping, and it was average temperature 82, 83 degrees outside, so it worked fine. The freezer did well. The microwave and convection oven also works really well. No issues there. And the stove worked as you'd expect as well. One problem I had, and it's just a note for those of you that might have a similar setup, this right-hand sink cover, I had it leaning against the wall and the stove, and the edge of the stove got really hot and melted the edge. So that's probably not a good place to set it when you need it out of the way. But other than that, the sink covers are really nice, and the sink works well as you'd expect. The bench seats or couches, they're really comfortable to sit on, but if you're older, they're not so comfortable to sleep on. Would recommend letting kids sleep on them, or use the queen bunk up above, and that is really comfortable. The colleague I had sleeping on it said he slept great, and it was really nice, better than an air mattress. So highly recommend looking at using that. Because of the bunk bed, this trailer does come with a ladder, and as you can see, it simply hooks over the edge of the queen bed and you climb up it. It also came with a table. It's a really nice table for what the table is. It's portable enough. You can set it up on the outside deck and have chairs around it. You can also set it inside the trailer. Either way, it's functional. I would not leave it outside overnight though, because humidity will get to the wood. But other than that, it's a functional table, and it's worth, since it comes with the trailer, it's definitely worth having. The storage and cabinet space is adequate for the size of the trailer. I've got a ton of stuff up there, as you can see, and it rode just fine. Of course, I didn't really bounce it around, just highway driving, but it stayed in place. The fan comes with a remote control, and it works really well at pulling air through the trailer. And as you can see, there's also an AC duct. The AC ducts work well, but if it's really hot, highly recommend just using the air conditioner direct discharge. Also, inside the trailer are 4 speakers. However, if you have the bed up, 2 of the speakers are blocked. So you get about half of the sound performance. Speaking of speakers, there's also 2 outside. Generally speaking, the system sounds good, but it is a factory system. You probably will have to do an aftermarket amplifier if you really want to get some sound production out of the speakers. There's the head unit. On my trailer, channels A and C are active, B is not. And then of course it comes with the TV, and the TV works well. There is an included HD antenna, and when I'm camping, that seems to work fine. Generally speaking, overall, really pleased with the trailer itself. It does have a screened area as well as the foldable porch. No complaints there. The screen, however, pulls down on a spring and goes back up, but as you can see, potentially the wind is blowing lightly right now, and the spring is not in a channel or anything. It is just hanging loose with a bottom that's down there. And that's the bottom area. So all in all, really pleased with the trailer. The little things that I mentioned that are negative, I really wish, the biggest one is that the gas tank didn't reject the fuel as bad as it does when you pump it. The other thing to be aware of, I'm a new RV trailer owner, so I didn't think of this. Those of you that have been around the block may think of it, but there is no place to store the sewage hose. So you will probably have to get an aftermarket sewage hose storage tube or container and mount it somewhere. But that's it. Thanks, guys. Bye.